Good morning, guys. Can you hear me? If I'm taking Fubo, no, I'm not gonna chase this gap up. I only if it pulls back out of the gate and holds that pullback, then maybe. But I'm not gonna chase this gap up. Unfortunately, this gapping up a lot. Yeah, I've been short TTD for a few weeks now. KSS. Oh yeah, they failed the breaks. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's a lot of weakness everywhere. Like breakouts don't have any chews. Things are extended, and yeah. I mean, I've been talking about it for 2 weeks now. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk more about it. Let's just say I don't have that much long exposure. Except for Bitcoin and gold-related stuff, my long exposure is very minimal, and I do have a lot of short exposure. Let's just let my portfolio do the talking. What I think about the market right now. Yeah, I'm still long Tesla and then IO. So we tested the 20-day yesterday. And I mean, we could very easily hold, go back into range, go sideways, and then break out later in the markets. It's just the lack of setups and the failure of breakouts. That's what worries me. The indices look fine, but they've been fine for 2 weeks, while many of the momentum stocks are down between 30 and 60%. So the indices don't really tell the whole story. You gotta go by the stock by stock basis, sector by sector basis. NOG. The only sector where I see good setups is the oil and gas. Like NOG, really beautiful setup. MRO, beautiful setup. And there are more. There are many. XOP, the ETF, beautiful setup. I took a loss on it yesterday. It failed the breakout, but it's an even better setup now. Gush, which is a triple ETF, also looks really good. But that's really pretty much the only sector where I'm seeing setups. So that's never really a good thing when you only have one sector that looks good. That's generally not a great thing, but we'll see. That can change. A few days from now, maybe we'll have things have changed. But right now, do I think the big market reset? We had a big market reset already. February, March last year. You may or may not remember it. That was a big market reset. Was 2018 the year for biotechs? 2018? 2018 was not a great. 2011 to 2015 was the year of biotechs. 2011 to 2015, biotechs made huge moves, and then they kind of went sideways for the next 5 years. 2018 was not a good biotech year. Jagex, Peck, Sheck. Yeah, there's a lot of these sheepies out there. I'm ignoring all of them. None of these are parabolic. Peck is day one. It's day one. Jagex is, I guess, maybe day 3 or day 2, depending on how you see it. But still, like a low price stock, it's not that big of a move for a low price stock. This thing could be at $5 by tomorrow or in a few hours. Like, be careful with this. I was really excited about Bingo. Unfortunately, it's gapping down 27%, which is it just pisses me off. It pisses me off so much. It's so annoying. Like it's so hard to get these perfect setups. You get them so rarely. I really hope this thing pushes back to 650 intraday and then fails. I'm not gonna chase this gap down. It's such a big gap down, Can it go to sub 4 today? Absolutely, but I'd rather see this thing pop out of the gate and then fail that pop. BTBT, again, it's gapping down. Had it gapped up to 35 plus, that would have been a really 5-star setup. But now it's gapping down. It could go either way out of the gate. Like, it could go either way. I just don't. It's hard to get an edge on these things that gap down. I'm probably not gonna touch this one. Or maybe like mid-late day, if this thing really can't rally and it starts building lower highs and looks like it's gonna break to the downside, I'll play it. But it's sending an order for me out of the gate. I'm not gonna check in until like a couple of hours after the open or hour after the open. So Bingo gap down and Fubo gap up. Those were 5-star potential setups, 5-star setups that are ruined by their respective gaps. Not happy about it. Not happy about it at all. ARK K, sorry. It's still below this 20-day. I think opening range lows, or if it starts breaking this trend line, I'm gonna start adding short to it. What's this OCG? And okay, it's another one, another low priced. Ignoring this one. But I am excited about QS. I think QS could easily bounce back to the 70s. I think it could make a 40-50% move from here, potentially. So that is one thing I am a bit excited about. That's one mean reversion trade I am excited about. Yeah, Mara I sold several days ago. I sold it last week. Yeah, I sold it when it closed below the 10-day on Friday, or on Thursday, sorry. Riot I am still in though. Riot is the one that's holding up the best. Let's see. So Nugget and Shaynug are gapping up, which is nice. Maybe I'll sell some if they pop out of the gate. Maybe I'll sell tiny bits of both. Just size down a little bit on them. Tilray I bought yesterday. I just like the weekly a lot. I bought 150,000 shares. We'll see what happens with this one. GBTC, just kind of break even open. Roku broke down below the 20 yesterday. This thing could look like TTD. This thing could be at the 50-day a week from now, or it could rally back and reclaim the 20. But my money is on the downside. I'm betting on the downside on this thing. Because one by one they are breaking down. Shopify failed this big breakout on the weekly. It just fell back into range. AMD and Nvidia failed their breakouts yesterday. just back into range. So yeah, it's a dangerous market for a breakout trader. Like, I barely traded any breakouts the past 2 weeks. I've been warning for this. You know, I've been warning for a while now. Slowly and surely, I've been getting rid of my longs and added my short exposure. So pretty much the only things that I'm long that's outside of crypto and gold is Tesla and NIO. Those are the only ones. And this tiny BLDP and DQ, but these are tiny positions. So this Ante is fading. It's a crypto pump. Can is gapping down. Riot gapping down. Most of the crypto related things are gapping down. Also Tesla and IO are gapping down. Oh, and also I got into LAC yesterday. It's a metal stock, and metals have been showing strength, and this is one of the most hyped ones out there. You know, anyone who follows Dantes knows the story on this one. It's could be interesting. So that's the only reason I bought it. Other than that, yeah. So my focus out of the gate is gonna be QS on the long side, ARK-K on the short side, and Fubo and Bingo. I'm gonna Fubo I'm probably gonna ignore, but Bingo on the short side, and also BTBT if they rally. But we'll see. I'm not excited about them out of the gate. Yeah, Excel could also be a mean reversion trade. It's also at a big fade. It's down what, 40%, over 40% in less than 2 weeks, right on the 20-day. Yeah, it could be a mean reversion trade. For me, it's a bit illiquid, so I'm just ignoring it. Fubo 5-star setup. No, Fubo was a 5-star setup until like an hour ago before they started gapping up a lot. What kind of a move would I be looking for? Ideally, it goes to 100. That's the move I'm looking for, but it looks like it's not gonna go to 100 right now. So right now I have no idea. No idea. I don't see anything here yet. Maybe in an hour. How do you enter a mean reversion trade? Well, if you want to play a mean reversion trade to the long side, you buy the thing, and if you want to enter it on the short side, you short. It's the same principles always. Opening range highs, opening range lows, VWAP fail, VWAP support. All right, so we've gone from a breakout type of market to a mean reversion type of market. Help me out. I don't know what I'm looking at 7 days down. I don't understand what the question is. You don't know what you're looking at 7 days down? No idea what the question is. It's a classic mean reversion setup. It's down 62% from the highs. It's straight down. It hasn't had a green day, and now it found support on the 50. You know, it's a good decent chance of a bounce. But obviously the gap up is kind of ruining the odds here. PLTR? No, I don't think so. All right, good luck. And also, don't get run over by these mean reversion trades. Just because you want them to bounce or fade doesn't mean they're gonna do it. So be careful. Oh, Jesus Christ. 100 million alerts triggering out of the gate. Okay, looks like the oils are strong. Yeah, a lot of oil gas names look really good. You know, like having a really beautiful breakouts. That's pretty much the only sector that has setups right now. QS took out the opening range highs. It went green. Guys, I've been talking about Ante for 2 days, you know. Bingo going straight down, damn. Okay, alright. CLNE. Yeah, it's a good setup. CLNE is a decent looking setup. ANTE is a crypto play, yes. That is true. Damn, Futu of the 50-day bounce. Holy shit. Damn, okay. Okay, Fubo lost opening range highs. This is what happens when these mean reversion plays gap up or gap down hard. That's the risk. This is why you don't want this, like something like this to gap up. You want it to open, you know, up red or, you know, as close to break even as possible. And now all the gap up chases are getting fucked. So let's see if we can find support. If it fades back to the 10 EMA and find support there, maybe we get an opportunity midday or late day. So far the indices are reclaiming the 20-day pretty nicely, but still on the 60-minute they are backside on the 60-minute time frame, so we'll see how we close. If we close strong, if the indices close strong, I may decrease my short exposure. But right now it's a bit too early to tell. A little bit too early. Excel? I don't know. Not super excited about this setup. Not really my type of setup. Not my type of setup. Oh, Roku is bouncing nicely. Let's see if it fails here at the 20-day or if it reclaims. You stole CLNE from Pradeep? How can you steal a setup from someone? Don't you do your own scans? You should do your own scans. It didn't hit any. How can something like CLNE not hit one of your scans? It's like one of the best momentum stocks out there right now. You should fix your scans, because it's a pretty serious thing if something like CLNE is not hitting your scans. It's a fairly liquid momentum stock, one of the biggest momentum stocks for the past 2 months. If your scans are not catching something like CLNE, something is very wrong with your scans. Yeah, you should look into it. You always wondered what scans I use? Well, if you follow the instructions on the screen, you will figure it out. You will see what scans I use. It's all there. Workhorse is an EV name coming out of a sluggish range. Not super excited about it, but I'm seeing some of these type of stocks starting to shape up a little bit. Hey, be nice. I am nice. Who am I not nice to? Was I mean? I wasn't mean. We are working on being better people this year. Yeah, David, you really have a lot of work to do. My stop on QS is lows of the day. If it or if it fails at VWAP, right? It's right at VWAP, trying to bounce off VWAP. If it fails the VWAP bounce, I may size down on it, but I'm only in. Or actually, well, I don't have full size yet, but we'll see. I'll size down on it if it can't hold green on the day. Like, this thing could just keep fading to back up to sub 40. We'll see. We'll see. Gotta give it some time, you know. Gotta give it some time. This is more like a big picture trade for me. Like, I'm not gonna let one tick determine what I do on it. Like, I think it, you know, if it's gonna bounce, it's gonna bounce back to 70. I really think so. Or it could. It doesn't have to, obviously, but it could. So we'll see. So now Blink, no, sorry, not Blink. Bingo is bouncing back too. You know, it's not giving this Fubo, and you know that's what happens when these mean inversion plays like gap up or gap down big. It's gonna be incredibly hard to trade them. Incredibly hard. Could Fubo have continued straight up and gone up to 35.40? Yes. Could Bingo gone straight down towards sub 4? Yes, but you know, the odds, it's all about the odds. And the odds of success do decrease significantly when you get these big gaps on these mean inversion candidates. So QS bounced perfectly off the VWAP test and also the green to red area, which is a good sign. And yeah, if it can't hold, I'll size down. My goal is to build like 120,000 share position. I have only, well, 80,000 right now. So I'm gonna add more. APA, is APA a good setup? Yesterday only sell off of 2021. Yeah, let's go with it. If yesterday was the only sell off of 2021, maybe it's gonna be our best year ever. Oh, you had a price limit? Okay, yeah, yeah, you should remove it. If you have a smaller type of account, like if you have less than a few million in your account, you shouldn't have like a price limit. You should have maybe $1 or $2 as a price limit, or maybe not even like $1. I don't think anyone should trade sub-dollar stocks. But yeah, 10 you can, yeah, you should probably not have a price cutoff like 10 or something like that. Because some, if you know, some of the best, especially if you have a small account, the, you know, $3-5 stocks can be the best ones to buy. You know, you're gonna have some insane setups in those. Yeah, I bought the oil ETFs. I bought XOP and what's the other one? Gush. Pradeep is CanSlim's biggest enemy. How come? I think CanSlim is great. The problem is most people can't trade CanSlim. Well, most people can't trade, period. But I think a lot of people do it wrong. I think CanSlim is great. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, Pradeep is a pure... Oh, fuck, I missed the ad on QS. I started talking about CanSlim. Fucking idiot. David, it's your fault. Mara, yeah. It's actually building a high tide flag. If it can tighten up for a few days, gonna have an insane setup here. This thing could go to 20 next leg higher if it builds a high tide flag here. But yeah, today there's a lot of strength in solars and oils. Look at this Zillow. Found support on the 20 and now it's I'm long gone. I sold it like 2 weeks ago, but yeah, it's finding support there. So I'm starting to see some positive signs in some of these growth names, like something like Carvana. This swing was up in the stratosphere 2 weeks ago, but now it's pulled back, finding support on a rising 50. MongoDB pulled back, found support on a 20. PDD, well, this just broke out like last week. Doku pulled back, found support. So a lot of these stocks that were up in the stratosphere 2 weeks ago have pulled back and starting to find some support, which is good. Maybe we'll start getting setups again later this week or next week. But right now I still don't see setups. That's the main problem I have. Right now. But like I said, if we close strong, I may or I may not, or you know, I not only may, but I will size down my short portfolio. Yeah, there's just a lot of oil stocks in my scans right now. A lot of them. Oh damn, Soxel. I got stopped out yesterday for break even. I should have. Sometimes I should just follow my own sell rules. That's fine. Yeah, skills is. I'm watching this thing. It looks very interesting. I was actually long this thing on the $14 break here when it broke out, and then I sold it. I literally sold it on the 20-day moving average. What an idiot! Didn't follow my own sell rules. Wait for the close. How hard can it be? It's super hard. Following your own rules. Really, really hard. Wow, these oil names, these oil ETFs, XOP, it's just straight up. Look at how beautiful this thing is. This XOP. Look how beautiful. Oh, it's an oil gas ETF. Like pretty much every oil stock looks like this right now. It had a big move back in November to early December. Big orderly move. It was surfing the 10-day. Orderly pullback, found support around the 20-day, started building higher lows and built the range, got tighter, and now it has a breakout. You have a big orderly move, orderly pullback, the range gets tighter, and then you have breakout. This is what a 5-star setup looks like. A lot of oil stocks look exactly like this right now. Like stuff like MRO, ERX is another oil gas ETF, looks the same. HAL, Oxy, like this. There's a lot of these. Those are like 4 and 5-star setups. But you all know that already because you have all followed the instructions on the screen. So, but it's good to reinforce these things sometimes. Yeah, SM actually broke out yesterday. Yeah, that's true. Some of them broke out yesterday. Let's see here. Fubo is starting to look. It did find support of the pullback. I don't know. I think it could bounce back to the like mid 30s very easily, but it's all about finding that tight high probability entry. Like ideally it goes sideways, builds higher lows and a tight range over the next few hours, and then if it starts breaking out of that range mid or late day, I'm gonna buy it. If I can find a setup where I can risk say $1, no more than $1, then I may buy it. But I just don't see it yet. I don't see it yet. Skills, starting to move. Skillsy. How liquid is this thing? Okay. QS is, yeah, it's kind of sluggish right now. Is that by a spike me buying? I'm not gonna deny and I'm not gonna confirm, but it did just appear in my portfolio. What? What's so funny? Excel, yeah, I just, it's not my type of setup. If it had gapped down, I would have maybe had higher conviction on a mean reversion trade, but you know, it could work. I just, it's not my type of setup. It's hard to say. If it were to bounce, you know, it could very easily go back to 25 or something. It's hard. It's hard. FII, what's this? Another SPAC. Some of these SPACs are coming back. Yesterday or the past couple of sessions, SPACs have doing really bad, and now some of them are starting to come back a little bit. Beely, yeah, thanks for. Oh my God! Wow! Do not override your sell rules, guys. Just don't do it. Pro tip. Like, learn from my mistakes, okay? I'm doing these mistakes so you don't have to, okay? That's why, you know, that's why you guys are following me. Learning from my mistakes. Do not override. This is why you have trailing stops, because you can think something is getting extended. You can have all these opinions, oh, the market is gonna pull back, blah, blah, blah. But you will not outsmart the 10 and the 20-day moving average. You will not. Over time, you can do it now and then, but over time, you will not outsmart those things. Yeah, extended can stay extended. Like I saw, where did I sell it? 75 or something, right? I was happy with my 50% move in 2 or 3 weeks. And now it's up another 30% since I sold it. Oh my God. This is like NVAX last year, where I sold it when it went up like 70, 80%, and then it went up another 150%, 140% after I sold it. That's why you have these trailing stops, because you never know when a stock is gonna, how high a stock is gonna go, right? They can go to, sometimes they can go straight up for weeks and months on end. But sometimes I kind of, you know, overthink things. What can I say? Hey David, are you learning from my mistakes? T-Dog, if I like the flag, not really. T-Dog looks great on the weekly though. It looks great on the weekly. If you want like a position trade type of a setup, T-Dog could be it. On the daily, I think it's a bit choppy. I don't like it on the daily. It's not a great trading stock. But if you want a good position type of a trade, where you have a little bit of wider stop and go for a, you know, bigger move, I think T-Dog could be a candidate, definitely. It is setting up nicely. It's been going sideways for over a year, been building higher lows. It's a growth stock. You know, they're doing some exciting things. This is the type of stock that really works in this market. Ozon, oh, recent Russian IPO. Yeah, there's things are shaping up. And now Bingo is about to take out highs of the day. This is, you know, why I didn't want to chase this gap down. That's the problem. Had it opened at $8 and then gone down to 450, you know, would have been much better. Now it, you know, already had a big gap down, and all the downside is limited. You know, the downside is limited. How I would trade Bingo now? If it bounces back towards 650 and then starts like failing and building lower highs and like maybe losing VWAP later in the day or something, that could be a setup. But you know, don't get in front of it. This thing could go to $10 by tomorrow. You need for it to actually start showing weakness first. Don't anticipate the turn. It doesn't have to go down. Like, you just want these low risk, high probability setups. But you know, these stocks don't have to do anything. Just because it's, you know, up from 50 cents to $5 doesn't mean it has to go back to $4. It really doesn't mean. It could go to $10 first. So, you know, be careful with these. I don't really recommend any of you, like newbies, to trade these mean reversion setups. It's better if you just, you know, master one setup at a time, the breakout setup. You're probably gonna be profitable earlier than if you try to trade several setups at the same time. You kind of need to master one setup first before you take on another. But it's never wrong to try several types of setups, because at the end of the day, it's all about finding something that fits your personality, something you're comfortable with. That's the most important thing. So obviously you can try out many different setups, but don't try to trade too many setups at the same time if you're new. GoGo. Yeah, I see what you see. It's in a long flag, but the problem is these types of stocks, these small caps, they kind of need some catalyst to get moving. Like it's not the same type. They don't work the same way usually, like these like larger cap stocks where there's institutions accumulating. These things usually need, you know, catalysts, and you know, if it starts breaking out on high volume, yeah, it could be a setup, but I don't know. I don't see anything on there really. QS, okay, let's see here. Okay, nice. So first stop or first resistance area for this thing is like 58 or so, this declining 10 EMA on the 60. That's the first test for the stock. How many stars was the Zillow setup? Today it's maybe 3 stars. Back here it was 5 stars. Back here when I bought it was 5 stars. RMO, yes, RMO was a 5-star mean reversion setup. So it was down what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row. Was down what, 52% from the highs. Yeah, 5-star, 5-star. Opening range highs was the entry. Yep. Really, this one I didn't even look at because it's too liquid for me personally. But yeah, 5-star. Yes. 5-star mean reversion play. It's the same principle on this longs and shorts. You know, something that's up a lot in, you know, if something is up a lot, like 3, 4, 5 days in a row, you know, it's not gonna keep going up forever. And the same thing with these things that make big moves and then have these big moves down. Like, there's a good probability they will bounce. They don't have to. That's why you wait for these perfect setups where you have a good risk reward. If you're wrong, you only lose a little. Yes, RMO was a really good one. What about Snow? I don't see anything here. It's a very choppy stock and it's all over the place. I don't see a big edge, long or short here. You want these big clean moves. Look at Bingo now. It's about to go to $6. And BTBT2 gap down and now it's bouncing. The setup was ruined. So Roku, should I cover it break even, or should I wait and see where it closes? That's the question of Roku. That's the question. Oh my god, QS is straight up now. What a perfect. So it popped, retested, tested VWAP, tested the red to green area, held, and now it's straight up since. Perfect looking price action. Tested some key levels, held, and yeah, very good. I am also watching Fubo for later. It's getting tight, Actually, yeah, I think there could be a good risk reward setup here soon, maybe in the next hour. You trail your mean reversion trades. You can use like, yeah, well you have to like cover into weakness, short sell into strength. That's what you have to do, and then it just slowly move your stop up. I don't really use any of these moving averages that much on mean reversion trades. My first partial sell, I already sold a little bit because I'm up like 10% from entry. That's a big move. That's a big move in like 20-30 minutes. And even if it bounces, say 50%, 10% is 1/5 of the expected move. So, you have to sell accordingly. It's a big move. There is no mean reversion trades. There is no 3-day, there is no such thing as sell a third to half after 3 to 5 days and then move your stop to break even, because the move is gonna be over in the next 3 to 5 days, usually. So you gotta sell, when you get these big pops. Nail and bail, yes. Yeah. Oh, 500. Oh my god, we're gonna get to 1,000 viewers before summer. Hey David, did you get your stimulus check? Are you gonna buy a new gun with your stimulus check? Or are you gonna buy some ammo? That's what David does with his stimulus checks. Or maybe, yeah, okay, so there is, if you make less than 87k, you don't get a stimulus check. In that case, David probably is not getting any. Some of us pay for his stimulus checks. There you go. There you go. David is the guy paying for all of this. Yeah, TAN is, look at how nicely it's surfing the 10 day. I sold it, I'm happy to tell you guys, I sold TAN, when was it? Like 25% ago or so? I love it. ARKK, yes. ARKK and ARKG could both be long candidates. I'm short ARKG right now, but it's still building higher lows. And it's not breaking down, so if it stops me out, it stops me out, and I may even go long, like I said yesterday. I have no, I follow price action. That's how I made 870% last year. You can have opinions, but they need to be loosely held. If price is disproving your opinion, you follow price, not your opinion. That's the key. Problem is, most people do the other way around. And that's not a recipe for success. as a trader. Fubo, yeah, I'm not in it. I'm not in it. When my opinion, yeah, NIO, yeah, that was like a year ago because they were about to go bankrupt. That's the thing, they were. But then they got, I think they were like bailed out by the Chinese government or something, weren't they? They got a loan or an investment. That changed the thesis. But there's a reason the stock went from, 40, almost $14 down to $1.20. There's a rule of thumb. If any stock that trades like $1 or $2 or 50 cents, in those stocks are pretty much near bankruptcy, every single one of them. Okay, so this stock was about to go bankrupt. Yes, didn't stop me from making money on the long side. I'm long it now, right? That's what happens if you follow price and not your opinions. If I think Nikola will ever make a comeback, I don't know. They kind of tainted. It's kind of a tainted company. They don't really, yeah. too much baggage on this one. I don't know. I have no idea. They were dropped by GM, right? I think they were dropped by GM. There was another like legit company that they had an agreement with that dropped them. I don't remember your name. So, that's not really a good thing. But that's what happens when you don't tell the truth. SSPK, what's this? Yeah, looks good. I have an alert set on this. A weed related stock. Nikola Luckin Coffee. SHLL, what's this? Oh, they merged with a company. It's another NNDM. I don't see a setup here. I don't see a setup. Maybe next week or later this week if it develops a setup. Right now it's in the middle of nowhere. No, I don't see an edge. So Ante gap down, it's bouncing now. Takes out lows of the day, I'm out. Can gap down and it trying to bounce, we'll see. NIO gap down, trying to bounce. Nugget and Chain are down today. Tesla went green. This ARKG is not bouncing though. The CTF. ARKK is much stronger than ARKG. Well, they're different things though, but yeah. Riot is bouncing off the 10-day moving average. CrowdStrike is bouncing off the 20. TTD maybe tries to reclaim the 50. BLDP is holding up nicely. Tilray holding the breakout nicely. TNA. So TNA tried to break below the Russell is what it is. But it's right between the 20-day. It's right between the rising 20-day and the declining. The 10 days looks like it's about to start declining. So as long as it can't reclaim the 10-day, it's backside. So I'm gonna use this yesterday's highs as my stop on it. Roku is about to take out highs for the day. Damn, should I use my initial stop or should I use break even as my stop? Damn. Decisions. I think I'm gonna use break even as my stop. If it takes out highs of the day, I'm out. Because now I have a bunch of long exposure and I don't think I have the buying power to hold this many things overnight. X is starting to come back. Tried to break out yesterday but failed. Is Dada a good setup? It's not really my type of setup, but it could work. It could work. It had a nice big move, pulled back. Not really an orderly pullback, but it's one type of setup, like range expansion, but not my type of setup. ONCT. It's just a random pump stock. I don't really like this one. VVPR, I don't see anything there. Just a random small cap been going sideways for many months. Nah, that was my cleaning lady. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was my mom. She was yelling at me that I should clean up the basement. CCJ. Yeah, it's a pretty decent setup. Another metal stock. Wait, isn't this a uranium stock? What are the uranium stocks doing? Yeah, it's also a strong sector. All the miners and metals, and they're all strong. PLL, yeah, it's a lithium. Yep, lithium name. It's, I mean, I guess it looks okay. Not really a great setup, but you know, it can work. It could work, maybe. Yeah, UEC and UUUU, they're all very liquid for myself. But yeah, there are potential setups coming up here later this week, maybe. BTPT, I'm taking this one off my... Is Jack Ma hiding in my basement? No. And it's not my basement, it's my mom's basement. Gold today? No, not yet. Things don't have to go straight up. They're holding the, put Nugget and Shayna holding the rising 10 EMAs. They look fine. Oh, FDCH tried to break down below the 20, couldn't, closed above it. Look at these wicks. Look at what happens every time this Farfetch touches the 20 day. Look at it. It touches it, went back into the range. Undercut it, went back into the range. Undercut it, back into the range. You know, the stock is trying to tell you something. You have to listen. It's trying to tell you something. Your job is to listen. That's all I'm gonna say about that stock. We are not in the predictions business, we are in the listening business. Our job is not to predict, our job is to listen. Wow, Mara is coming back up. Hopefully it can have at least one tight day and then break out of this high 12 range. Pinterest off the 50, yeah. You know what, Pinterest could be a good setup in a few days. It could be a very good setup in a few days. I'm gonna start tracking it. Looks very interesting. What's Snapchat doing? This one too could be a really good setup in the next few days. The 50-day can catch up a little. I'm starting to see some more positive signs in the markets actually. there are things, because most of the stocks that were overextended have now pulled back, and now we just need to wait for them to go sideways so we can get some setups. BYDDY. No, it's not starting to go parabolic. It just came out of a multi-month consolidation. This is not a parabolic. Definitely not. It just broke out of a multi-month consolidation like yesterday or 2 days ago. DHC. Yeah, decent looking stock. More setup. Decent looking setup. Twitter. Yeah, it's such a slow mover, but it's, you know what, it is intriguing. It is intriguing. If it can close like this, it could be intriguing setup for tomorrow, potentially. Maybe. I don't know. Fiverr. Yeah, if it can tighten up a few more days, yeah, it's gonna be an amazing setup. If it can tighten up at least 1 or 2 more days. It's gonna be a very interesting setup. RCKT, yeah, it's starting to, yeah, maybe tomorrow. What's AMD and Nvidia doing? So AMD still building higher lows. Had a failed breakout yesterday, but fell back into the range, building higher lows. That's bullish. That is bullish. And Nvidia too. This thing looks so good on a weekly. Oh my god, unbelievable. I'm thinking about doing options on this thing. Oh, by the way, what's this? What is the stock I did options on? It's one of these. Fastly, yes, Fastly. Yeah, it failed back, so it's on the 150 day again. Last time it found support on 150. It needs time. It needs time. Nothing there now. What's Net doing? Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, I'm not. I should not do options on Nvidia. I'm gonna do 10,000 contracts. If I have my trading platform open, yes, I usually do have my trading platform open when I trade. Not the options thing. Guys, this year is gonna be the year of options. I feel it in my bones. It's gonna be the year of options. Everyone is like, oh. Come on, guys, be at least a little bit excited. Everyone is so negative. Wait, so you're trying to tell me my Twitch chat holds a higher quality than the Wall Street Bets boards? No way. Barely? No? No way. Oh, come on, guys. Of course you do. Look for massive market sell-off today. Not price action based yet, pattern based, okay. What's the pattern? I'm gonna hold. No, I'm not gonna end up in hell. Can I show P&L? No. Or actually, I should show P&L because I have a lot of short exposure, but I also have a lot of long exposure. Now I'm not gonna show P&L. I want the markets to go higher. I want to cover my shorts. I want the markets to go higher forever and ever. So far QS failed at the 10 EMA, the declining 10 EMA. So we'll see if we can find some support here and you know, maybe break later. It doesn't have to go higher today. It's already, I mean, like this thing already made a big move from the lows to highs today. That's a 21% move, 22% move. That's a big move. So we'll see. So Fubo is now on the VWAP again. If it tries to break out, like again, like I said, if it can build a tight range with higher lows, I may do it later in the day. If I like skills, would I be long this thing if I didn't like it? That's the question. I wouldn't be long it if I didn't like it. How do you have any tips how to enter positions quickly without calculating the risk and position? With calculating the risk, but it's super easy. Like, what's your risk? Okay, let's say you have $100,000 account and you risk, say, let's say you usually risk 1%, so you know your risk is gonna be $1,000. Okay, so that's something you should know beforehand, right? That's something you know. Okay, my risk is $1,000. You should always know how big your account is, right? And then let's say you bought, let's do my XOP trade, okay? Let's say you bought the breakout on XOP, like I did. Let's see, what's my average? I did chase it a little bit maybe, so 60.59 is my average. Ideally, I would have bought it on the 1 minute breakout. Okay, let's say you bought it on the 1 minute breakout, okay? Or let's say you bought it where I bought it, okay? I missed the first minute. I did chase it a bit, but that's fine. So let's say your average is 60. Let's say you know, see it starts breaking this range. It's on your watch list. You know it's a good setup. So your risk is, and the lows of the day is what, 59.70, and your entry is 60.70 or 60.59, whatever. So you know you're gonna have a dollar stop, okay? Dollar stop. And you know your risk, your max risk is $1,000. So how many shares should you do? 1,000 shares, right? So 1,000 shares. But the problem is, like we also have another rule. You should never put more than 20-30% of your account in any given stock or ETF. So if you buy 1,000 shares of this thing, you're gonna have a $60,000 position, which is 60% of your overall account size, which is too much. You can't do it. You can't buy more than 500 shares, right? That would be about 30% of your account. So that's gonna determine your max size. And you know, it's not hard to do it in your head, guys. It's not hard. It takes 10 seconds to do the math in your head. You do know what your dollar risk is, what your max dollar risk is. You do know what your max position size is. You just adjust the amount of shares. It doesn't take more than 10 seconds to do it. It's not, you don't need any of these stupid position size calculators. It's just simple, basic, like 7th grade math. It's not even 7th grade math, it's like 5th grade math. It's not even 5th grade math, it's like 3rd grade math. It's not that complicated. It's not even 3rd grade math, it's kindergarten math. No, just joking. USA math is different, really? You're a kindergarten dropout? Oh. SPY 343 by end of January. Yeah, if we fail here, right now it looks like the indices are starting to fail here. Yeah, we'll see. That's the thing. I mean, there's outside of oil and gas, there's just not too many setups. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if we fail here or if we actually can hold here. Also, don't get overly bullish or bearish, because of one-day action, especially when the market is like range-bound. Range-bound markets are just gonna fuck you up. They're gonna be up and down, and if you like become overly bullish or bearish because of one day, it's not a good thing. Yeah, outside of very select sectors like gold yesterday and oil gas today, there's just nothing going on. Everything is in limbo. The best way to determine knowing when to step on the gas again is when you start seeing a lot of things setting up. And right now we're just not there. There's been very select, like some of these weed names tried to break out yesterday, and there's just some sporadic, these random sectors, like they're not necessarily very important sectors. These small sectors like gold and like weed, and they're not even like the Mariana is not even an official sector, right? So I still, don't get overly aggressive on stuff. NOG, yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. This is a 5-star setup. I mean, this is just so beautiful. So beautiful. And NOG too. No, not NOG. MRO, yeah. MRO, CLNE. Well, CLNE wasn't 5-star maybe, but it's an okay one. It's a very fast mover. Georgia. What's so important about the Georgia vote? I thought the elections were already done. How many elections do you guys have over there? Get it over with. CPE. Yeah, another oil gas name. They all look the same. XOP is the ETF for these. They all look exactly the same. You guys have elections like every month. There's elections for this, elections for that. There's no need for elections. I think there should be a central committee that chooses the leader. Like every year you should get a new leader. And there should be a central committee that doesn't listen to the people at all. Then you don't have to, have these stupid elections. People have to take a day off from work to, stand in line, right? It's so unnecessary. What's all that bullshit for? And if you have a billionaire, a famous billionaire, talking shit about the regime, that billionaire should just disappear. It's a much better system. Am I trolling you? No way. I'm not trolling, or am I? Yes, I am setting all alarms manually. I don't have an AI that sets them for me. PLG is another one of these platinum names, right? Oh my god, this is a beautiful setup. Yeah, wow. Yep. Well, it's already long gone now, but it's this thing is too thin for me. But yeah, beautiful setup. If you got it opening range highs, good job. This is wow, amazing setup. Has a clean move up. It was surfing the 10-day, went sideways, had an orderly pullback, found support on the 20-day. Look at this thing. Every time it tried to get below the 20, look at what happened. It pulled these wicks here, built higher lows, then it got tight at this range, and now it's breaking out. This is, oh my god, it's such a beautiful setup. Guys, if you can't identify these things beforehand, you have some work to do. You need to be like this thing, opening range highs. That was the entry. Do not chase it here. That's a beautiful one. SIG. It's a bit slower type of stock. I don't like it. If it tightens up a few days, maybe, but it's kind of a choppy one. It's a slower mover. But if it can tighten up, it could be a good setup in the next few days. Right now, not a really fan of it yet. FRSX. Yeah, it's starting to set up. Yeah. And Chris. Yeah, Chris was a good. Yeah, 2 days ago, Chris was a pretty decent setup. Yeah, now it's going. Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's the same setups over and over again. The same setups. They worked 50 years ago, and they're probably gonna work 50 years from now. Oh, Roku. Fuck. Should I cover it? Wait, what are the other indices doing? Spice are the weakest one, I guess. Okay. I'll wait. You know what? I'm gonna see how Roku acts around the 65 EMA. And if it closes strong, I'm gonna cover it. Goes for all my shorts, like I've said before. So we'll see. It's too early to tell. Lazy? No, it's a very choppy one. No, avoid this one. I don't see anything there. It's a trendless stock. It's all over the place. There's no clean range or anything. Avoid this one. What's laser? Oh, this one is fading. SPE. Okay. What's Jumia doing? Okay, nothing. All right. Bingo. Let's see. So far it's failing the bounce, but it's still in the middle of nowhere. I want a solid range on the 60-minute. Oh, Fubo is taking out highs again. Okay, damn it. GameStop. I don't see anything here. No setup. I don't see a setup here. Oh, Tilray. Nice. Nicely nice. APA, just another oil gas name. Yeah, they all broke out. Like, yeah, opening range highs. That was the entry on all of these. Yeah, it's a good setup. Right sector also. But opening range highs, that's where you should have bought it. MWK, maybe in a few days. It needs to go sideways a bit more, I think. Tiger, it needs a setup. It needs a setup. It's a right sector. Same thing like Futu. It's like China brokerage. Oh my god, these things. I wish I still had those $32 shares. Oh my god. HMI. I don't see anything here. LPI, another oil gas name. Yeah, they all look the same. You know, they all look the same. Very. I need to tighten up. Amba, yeah, this is actually starting to set up. Ideally, it goes sideways a few more days. Actually, a pretty good one. I like it. I remember when this thing made a big move back in 2017 or 2016, maybe. No, 2015. Yeah, 2015. Yeah. Made a big move. Oh, this is kind of funny. So Kramer was positive on it here at 126 bucks. Just before the stock went down for years and years. Okay. IPV, I don't see anything here. Oh, it's another SPAC, right? I don't see a setup here yet. Yeah, the GoPro era. What's this thing? Yeah, so many of these semi names they're very strong. One of the leading sectors. Where is Trader Stewie? Is he gone? Trader Stewie? Where is he? Haven't posted today? Well, he posted yesterday. I'm sure he's fine. Very on TSX. Oh, looks like crap. Don't touch that shit. $12.31. It's missing. When was 12:31? Thursday. No, it's not missing. No, wait, maybe it is missing. 12:31. I'll check. I'll check where it is. Why isn't it uploaded to YouTube? Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's in private mode. I have to. Let's see here. How do I do? Oh, manage videos. Let's see here. Yeah, it is missing. Where is it? 12:31 video. Yeah, apparently I didn't upload it. Okay, I'm uploading it now. It's gonna be there in a few hours, I guess, in good quality, at least. Thanks for noticing. Bum 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 bum. UVXY keeps coming back. If UVXY starts taking out that mid 12s area, I'm gonna buy it. In case we get a flush, this thing could easily go up like 50% or something. 30, 50. But only if I can have like a relatively tight stop. Tesla, super strong. Just keep surfing the 10 EMA on the 60-minute. This is why these moving averages are so important. On these momentum stocks, the leading stocks. Because they work so well. They really work well. You fill your adoption papers? It's a forced adoption. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do another exclamation mark thing on the screen. I'm actually gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do a setups blog post. No, not Brandy, no. Exclamation mark YouTube. Yeah, Ozone is going super thin, but it's a very, very good IPO breakout. Very good looking IPO breakout. Very good looking. It's too late to buy it now, but yeah, if it had 10 times more volume, I would be in it, or at least 5 times more volume. But it's not worth it for me to, buy a bunch of illiquid stocks. So I'm actually writing a blog post right now about my setups, just to clarify my setups a bit more, because yeah, I guess I need to communicate certain things a bit better. Like, I get it, like, if you try to follow my setup, it's kind of tricky because, the information is all over the place. Some of it is on my blog, some of it is on YouTube. It's all over the place. So well, I would say the best $0 you're ever gonna spend in your life is my YouTube, my blog, my Twitter, and this stream. But yeah, I agree. StockB is probably the best $300 you will spend in your lifetime. David can't trade. David can't trade. You're up 8% today. That's insane. When I technically I already own a yacht. Technically, the boat I have is it's technically a yacht. Yeah, it's a small one, but it is a yacht technically. Hey, David. David can't trade. Is outperforming you today. Make him change his name. Ah. David can't trade. He's probably outperforming most people here. Be nice. Make him change. Hey, David, be nice. The QS is gonna issue another 300 million shares? Wow. Really? Wow, the oil gas complex is straight up. Holy shit. This is why you need to be on these things. You can't wait for, you can't slack around and, look for stocks that are up and like, wow, this looks good. No, you need to do this work either in pre-market or after the market closes. You do your scans, find good setups. These were all 5-star setups, the oil gas names. Like Exop and Gush, I've been over these things for the past 2 sessions. I even tried to buy the Exop breakout yesterday, took a small loss on it. Like all of these, they look so good. They all pretty much look the same. Like I prefer to do the ETFs because they are the most liquid and I don't have to deal with like individual stocks. But you can do the individual stocks too. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so Fubo is still this 2950 range is still intact. Like if it can pull back, go sideways a bit more, could be. Okay, so Bingo has set up here actually on a 60-minute. Should I trade it? I have 600,000 shares located pre-market on Bingo. Well, but the oil names didn't look as good yesterday as they did today. That's what stops are for. That's why you go for 1 to 10, 1 to 20, 1 to 50 risk reward. You can get stopped out 5 times in a row, and once you nail it, you're gonna make your back 10 times. That's how you deal with it. No biggie. Hey, I've written a half a page about setups. I'm a writer now. I'm a writer now. What am I looking at on the 60-minute on Bingo? It's breaking down. So it gapped down. So this is, it was up what, 1100% in a week or so, a little bit more than a week. So now we know it's not gonna keep going up forever, because no stock does. It could, and it's getting really stretched from the moving averages. Like even with this gap down, it's down 32% since yesterday's close, but it still has 55% to fall to get to the 10-day. Okay, so this still has a lot of downside. So what I just want is have a low risk setup on the intraday. Okay, and due to this gap down, I didn't want to do it on the opening range lows because I knew there's a good chance it will snap back, which it did, right? If you had shorted the opening range lows, you would have taken a loss on it. So I just waited it for this thing to bounce and for the bounce to end. And now it's, been building lower highs for like an hour now. That's what I'm looking for. Low risk entries. Low risk, high probability entries. Yeah, it may bounce again, but now you have a low risk entry. That's the point. Any stock can do anything at any time. Okay, that's why you look for low risk entries. Low risk, high probability entries. That's where edge is gonna come from. Why I put the stop at 543? Because now, if you look at the 60-minute, the 10 EMA is now turning down, okay? If it reclaims the 10 EMA, I don't want to be in it. So 543 is a good level. It doesn't have to be exactly 5. You can put it at 540, 550. You can use the highs of the day. It doesn't matter. But obviously, the wider you put it, the worse your risk reward is gonna be. So far, I got filled on less than 10% of the shares I wanted, like 5%. So I hope it bounces back to 5 plus, so I can get filled on more. But you will still take a loss. So what? If you're looking for a setup with 100% win rate, you should probably look somewhere else. This is not the place. We are not here for, we're not living in fantasy land. You're gonna take losses all the time. It's all about the risk reward. Yeah, I used the limit orders. It has SSRs on, so it's very hard to get fills. Yes, SSR is on. It's down more than 10%, of course SSR is on. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. 100% win rate, buy the S&P 500, wait for 20 years. There has been no 20-year losing periods for the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones. If you want the 100% win rate, go for it. David, you're not that old. Let's see, I need to go through here. What's going on? So bingo, I really hope it bounces back to 5 or so. Wait, you got stopped out of can for break even? How can break even be up here? This is way too high. Where did you buy it? You bought it in the 560s? 570s? That's way too high. Like if you didn't enter on this day, your entry should have been like opening range highs, 540s. That's where your entry should have been. That was the opening range highs. Damn, bingo. Come on, bounce. I want more shares. RCKT, good setup. Yeah, it's an okay one. But yeah, it's an okay setup. I'm too tired of riding. I'm probably not gonna be a rider. Oh, Hensity, why having follow through from yesterday? I'm just saying the blog post may not finish today. That's all I'm trying to say. Get a Ghost Rider. I don't have a link for the post because it's not finished yet. What's the format for volume bus? There is none. It's a built-in feature in TC2000. Come on, bingo! Bounce! Why can't it bounce? Hopefully it bounces back to VWAP. Jesus Christ, these oil-related names are all straight up. That's what happens when you buy good setups. This is what a good setup is supposed to do. This is what it's supposed to look like. Okay? And it should have followed through for many days, and maybe even many weeks. That's what a good setup is supposed to do. They don't always go straight up, but sometimes, but many times they do. OVV. Yeah, it's another oil gas name, but this thing triggered yesterday. Some of them actually, some of the oil names, they broke out yesterday, and they are having follow through today. So, you know, yesterday this thing was a 5-star setup, you know. But you guys already know that. It's not my first post. I have several posts on my blog. Palantir? There's nothing here. It's just a random. It's just in the middle of nowhere. I don't see anything here. Don't see anything there. Illumina. Okay, so first problem about ADR is 2.4. Okay, so you should never. You shouldn't even get this thing on your scans. But the setup itself, it's an okay one, but it's the wrong type of stock. You need to trade the right types of stocks. You know, you need to trade fast-moving stocks. If you want to have really good returns, you need to be in the fast-moving stocks. You need to be in the fast-moving stocks. If QS closes here, it's gonna be a really good, yeah, it looks great. If it closes here, why would I sell it? It looks amazing. I'm gonna use greed to redness, my stop now. There's no reason to let this thing go, you know, be down on the day. You know, these bounce setups, they kind of need to work straight away. I don't want this thing to go red on the day. Like, that would invalidate the setup for me. What's Fubo doing? It's still getting tight. You know what? Maybe I should try this some. But is it good? Ah, damn, this gap up ruined it. It did ruin it. I don't know. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna do this thing now. No, I'm gonna wait. Is no a mean reversion setup? Absolutely not. You need powerful moves, okay? I'm gonna show what types of stocks are mean reversion stocks, okay? Look at this laser, okay? It was down 52% in what, a week? And then it had a bounced 75%, okay? let's look at something like QS. So QS, okay? This thing was down 57% in 4 sessions, okay? Fubo, okay? This thing was down 62% in what, 5-6 sessions, okay? Those are mean reversion candidates. Something like Snow, it's down what, 21%, 22% in what, 2 weeks? That's not a candidate for a mean reversion, okay? It's not. You have no edge. You need big moves. Big moves. That's where your edge is gonna be. Those are the mean reversion setups. Entry on QS, opening range highs. I'm saying smart things again. Thanks, David. I hope more people would listen, though. Oh, looks like I got filled on bingo. Or yeah, I'm getting filled right now. It's so hard to get into these things. You're making notes every day? That's great. Hey guys, those of you that take notes, feel free to publish them on my Discord, or if you like tweet me on Twitter. I may, I might retweet and stuff like that. Yeah, share. Do you use an algo to get fills? No. Alright guys, I'm gonna cut the stream now. I'm gonna try to finish the blog post and have other stuff to do. So thanks for joining, and see you tomorrow. Good luck.